Hi, this is Jake, and I run the chess club at the Creston-Dement Public Library, and thank you for joining me today. Today, we'll talk about the value of each chess piece, which will help us to understand why certain tactics are valuable in later lessons. To help us determine how much a piece is worth, people tend to use a simple point system, where each piece is given a value of points. To start, a pawn is given a value of 1 point. Pawns are plentiful and relatively weak compared to other pieces, so they are given the lowest point value. But remember, pawns are the soul of chess. Just because pawns are given the lowest point value does not mean that they are valueless. I would also like to point out the relative value of a piece can change over the course of a game. These values are what a piece might be worth at the start of a game. As an example, in one of the games I've played, my pawn on a7 is worth much more than an average pawn currently. Why? Because it is extremely close to promoting and becoming a very valuable queen. Next, we have the minor pieces, bishops and knights. At the start of the game, the value of bishops and knights are considered equal, and they are both valued at 3 points. Just like pawns, though, over the course of the game, the value of pieces can change relative to each other. For bishops and knights, it depends on how open the board is. If there are only a few pieces left on the board, bishops can take advantage of long diagonals and are considered slightly more valuable than knights. And on the other hand, if the board is congested and many pieces still remain, knights are considered slightly more valuable as they can jump over other pieces and maneuver into more advantageous positions. In any case, the advantage of one piece or the other is considered worth about half a point extra, so 3.5 points if the board position favors one piece over the other. The first major piece, the rook, is worth 5 points. Rooks are a straightforward and strong piece, which are strong throughout the game. This is one of the reasons castling is powerful. It brings one of your strongest pieces into a more active position on the board. The second major piece, the queen, is the most powerful piece on the board and is worth 9 whole points. Which brings us finally to the king. While he's not the strongest piece on the board, if you lose your king, you lose the game. So, he is priceless. Again, these values are relative and are here simply to help you make good decisions throughout the game. And to give these values one last time, pawns are worth 1 point. Knights and bishops are worth 3 points. Rooks are worth 5 points. Queens are worth 9 points. And the king is priceless. That is all for today. Don't forget to join us next week for another chess video. And thank you for joining me. I hope you and your king stay safe.